जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं
Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Bhagavan is going step further about the truths of yogic psychology. Bhagavan here talks about two type of people. One who have a complete vision, the whole vision. The other one who have only very short vision or who see things confused. Anything if you focus intensely, suddenly you will have the expanded vision. But without giving the attention or without having the enough samana energy in your body to grasp the complete understanding. I'll give you this one example, then you will be able to understand. If you churn the curd, you will get the butter. Out of butter you can make ghee. Same way, if you churn your body with 1200 long breath, the butter which comes out is samana, the most subtle energy which gives you the understanding, which makes you constantly remember the ultimate truths. See, for example, when you sit and remember, you are God, the whole universe is made out of your imagination, it is made out of same stuff in which dreams are made. When you are having all these understandings, the precise day-to-day activities which need to be done precisely, you don't do. Or when you do the activities which needs to be done precisely, when you are doing them, you don't have this remembrance of the complete truth, of the whole. Samana solves that problem. If the samana energy is built in your body, one side you will be able to do the precise work like a thinking and writing, calculating, doing mathematics. You will be able to do all the precise down-to-earth work. At the same time, constantly your brain, your inner space will be remembering, will be residing into that beautiful cosmic truths. So even while you take the minutest decision of your life, like you are measuring the land and marking for some building, when you are doing that job, you neither remember you are the whole world, nor have the sense or the intelligence to remember. This is one of the biggest problem all the seekers in all traditions face. If anybody finds the medicine for HIV, Nobel Prize is waiting for him, because that's one of the biggest problem humanity is facing. Same way, if anybody finds solution for this problem, during the minutest works, unable to remember the ultimate existence or the truth, is the HIV seeker's mind is suffering. If somebody can find solution for this problem, he will be respected as the ultimate incarnation, avatari, in the history of spiritual seekers and spirituality. Understand? Here is the solution. No practice will be giving you the maturity or the understanding, ability to remember the highest truths when you are doing mundane jobs, especially like thinking, strategy planning, preparing certain argument, or organizing your money, organizing your balance sheet, the corporate decision making. During all those moments, forgetting the ultimate, that was one of the biggest problem. This is the source of all other problems. See, just like HIV is not an independently a disease. That creates a situation where all other diseases can happen. Same way, Non-remembrance of the ultimate during your day-to-day activity is the HIV. The moment that happens, all other problems, degradation, destruction, losing enlightenment, losing the truth, everything starts happening.
The ingenious program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the ingenious program are directly under the guidance of enlightened master Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Nithyananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain yoga. Brain yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the Ingenious program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. Solution for this problem is, by your ordinary brain, you will not be able to do both. Your brain is not capable of that. So your brain needs to be added something else, some other chemical. That chemical is what I call samana. That samana gets added to your brain only when 1200 long breath happens in your system. Even if you have done it for 6 months to a year, that's enough. Then after that, it never leaves you. See, this 1200 long breath creates the samana energy in you. In your brain, it settles like a gold coating. All the subtle grooves becomes permanent. 6 months to 1 year. If the 1200 long breath happens, that's enough. Your system will develop the capacity, ability to remember the highest truths of your life, even while taking minutest, smallest decisions. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, how many work you may do, your inner space has to be constantly in that restful awareness. Of course, all masters say that. But this is one of the eternal problem, still unsolved in a practical way. Here is the solution. Even if you take 6 months of your life, nothing wrong. It's worth 1200 long breath per day. It can be happen by running or jogging or weightlifting. There's one more important method through which your breath can become long breath. When you do the same actions with responsibility. See, for example, you are cooking in our kitchen every day and feeding people. The same job, if you connect yourself with the whole picture, why am I cooking and feeding? People who come here are either seekers or meditators or serving the society. So I am serving them. When you take that larger responsibility, the same work you do as your own personally, with a personal feeling connection, as your own, it is your personal responsibility. Whenever you take the responsibility, the same action makes your breath long breath. Means, if you are just cooking and feeding as a job, cursing everybody, cursing the structuring, cursing the people who are eating, cursing the other fellows, cursing everybody. In your breathing, the samana intake will only be 10%. When the same action, you do it with maturity, suddenly the samana intake through your breath becomes 90%. Responsibility also can make your breath, the samana intake drastically increase like 90%, and that also will make that long breath. So when you are responsibly working, even doing accounts or any work, those moments, how many breaths happen in you, that also will come under 1200 long breath. If you understand the whole vision, if you are working in a company, if you understand the vision of the company, and you are fitting with it, with the whole wheel, that chakra, that circuit, that loop, you are completing the loop with your whole responsibility. You feel responsible for the whole loop. Suddenly, the samana intake increases, the breath becomes long. If 1200 long breath does not happen in you, You will only become tired by remembering the higher ideas or trying to cope up with the pressure of the higher ideas in the real life. The ambience which I am trying to create, our Sangha, unless a person remembers at least 100 truths of enlightenment, the higher life, he will not be able to cross his one day. He will break down. I know the modern day youth is really suffering. Humanity has never faced this crisis. I have created a one-year program where you can study the spiritual truths.
Nitya Yoga practices to create healthy body, spiritual discourses to develop mental health, meditations that help balance emotions, kriyas to break mental patterns that create suffering, opportunity to express leadership qualities, techniques that improve creative skills. Learn to break all self-limiting barriers to achieve your dreams. Ananda Yogam.
I am providing a platform for you to think, meditate, contemplate and decide about your future. I am giving you 1 year free food, shelter, clothes, above all the spiritual education and intelligence and intuition to take decision about your future.
Every participant is taught the Vedic truths to live life as it leads in a nurturing ambience, along with inspirational spiritual education that helps bring out the best and achieve one's highest potential.
Youth across the world can come and spend an year in Ananda Yogam to work on you to discover your future, to discover your destiny or recreate your destiny. I'll open my house for you for 1 year completely free. Come and stay here, discover and recreate your destiny.
Interviews at Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru, 97422 03311.
Discover the power of Kundalini Awakening at Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nithyananda. What is Kundalini? Kundalini is the tremendous potential energy hidden inside every individual, which can be awakened through initiation by an enlightened master. Once awakened, Kundalini has the power to transform every area of your life and bring you health, wealth, success, joyful relationships, and spiritual enlightenment. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening at Kalpataru. Manifest your destiny. Every weekend at Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
See, in India, you don't need to remember even 1 or 2 laws of Indian country till your death. I wanted all of you to know, till in India, millions live without knowing President or Prime Minister's name. I am not talking about US President, Indian Prime Minister, Indian President's name. and millions, I can say crores are living under which police station their jurisdiction is coming. Their village belongs to which police station? Without knowing that, crores are living in India. Means you don't need to remember any law of the land. Land and lifestyle is such. Without remembering itself, you can live and die. Crores of people do not cross their district from birth to death. But in US, it is not possible. Every day you have to remember at least 20 rules, law of the land. The moment you start driving your car, you have to remember the speed. A weak-minded fellow does not remember the cosmic law, cosmic truth. From birth to death, there are fellows who don't remember even once the cosmic truths. Just like Indian villages, people who are born and they even die, there are millions who are born, till death they don't remember even one or two of the truths of the cosmos. But here I am creating an ambience, I can say, just like every American has to remember 20 law of the land. Of course, if he is doing business or going for a job, he has to remember at least 100 law of the land. Same way, here I am trying to create a space where every individual has to remember at least 100 truths of enlightenment. Law of the cosmos. Every day, even to survive. When the work pressure happens, unless you remember all these spiritual truths, you can't live here. You will break, you will run away. You will decide, no, this is not for me. You will escape. That is why I am saying, if you want real enlightenment, unless you do the 1200 long breath per day, you will not be able to survive in my energy field, because constantly you need to remember the higher truths even to make your day-to-day decision. The pressure is such, unless you are remembering the higher truths as an undercurrent of your cognition, you will not be able to live here. It is literally enforced enlightenment. Exactly, I tell you, this is enlightenment enforced zone. Every day you have to remember. What every day? Every moment you have to remember the higher ideals. And not only that, the higher decisions you made when you are in the higher mood. Constantly make decisions based on tyaga, vairagya, renunciation, sacrifice, dedication, all the qualities of enlightenment. I can tell you, it's literally molding. You will be able to handle this only with 1200 long breath, because with 1200 long breath, the layer of lubrication is created on your brain, where all the subtle truths are constantly remembered by itself without you forcing yourself, and those subtle grooves are permanently locked by the gold coating. The subtle truths, higher truths create certain grooves in your brain. If the 1200 long breath happens, one, that samana makes the possibility for more subtle grooves to happen in your brain, means more subtle understandings constantly remembered by you. That's first. Second, the grooves which are created, those subtle grooves are permanently sealed, so that even during death you don't forget the higher truths. This 1200 long breath is almost equivalent to your day-to-day meal. How you can't miss eating and how you don't miss eating, the 1200 long breath should not be missed.
सर्वलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि नित्यानन्दलिङ्गम्।
ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवपुतो दयिषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः या जयिषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्याया तवतया नो रुद्रमृडय या ते रुद्र शिवा तनोरघोर पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचागशीः या विशृङ्गिरिशन्तहस्ते विभष्ट्यस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसेः पुरुषं जगते शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्यो ऋषगे अहीहश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुणपुत भभ्रस्व मङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वै शागुं हेडयीमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयाति नः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय ईडुषे अधो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनत्वमुभयोरार्तियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः परात भगवो वप अवदद्यरनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते निशीर्याणवागुं उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आपुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मेडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिधे धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् दृढक्तो विश्वतः असो ययिषुरिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठमृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदा शिवाय शङ्कराय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवागवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय त्रिशीमदे पदीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पतये.
See, just like food creates little energy for your body to run, same way 1200 long breath creates the samana in your brain, which acts as a lubrication and takes care all your major decisions and your life is done with higher intelligence. See, when you act with higher intelligence, what happens, the tension disappears in your day-to-day life. You don't feel suffocated or suffering. Life flows like a smooth understanding. Wow, what a free, beautiful flow. And everything you touch feels your sweetness. Your internal space is injected, infused in every object you touch. But I wanted all of you to understand this truth. Anything you touch, you infuse your inner space into it. The quality of your inner space is infused into it. Solution for the biggest problem which Bhagavan is analyzing in this sutra, which is the oldest problem for all the seekers, unable to remember or be in the higher space while you do ordinary job, mundane work. That is one of the greatest problem. You need to understand the problem is not mental, it is chemical. If you are trying with a mental technique, you are going to be again and again failure. Just like without sufficient protein, even if you do any number of weightlifting, working out, your muscles won't get built. See, for muscles to get built, just weightlifting is not enough. You need to supply enough protein. The natural protein, like vegetables or the protein-based fruits, vegetables and all those things. Only when you give that food, the muscles get built. Same way, only when you do the 1200 long breath, this God consciousness gets built. The higher consciousness gets built in your system. Otherwise, you are like a person who is working out continuously, but eating only little wheat and little rice. Nothing else. Maybe whatever muscles you have will become tight, but you are not going to build muscles. Because to build muscles, the protein need to be supplied. Protein supply is necessary. Same way, this 1200 long breath is the protein for your spiritual muscles. So 3 major truths from this sutra. 1, the weak-minded are not able to see the whole. They are confused of the dharma of the nature, the characteristics of all things. Second, they cling to the execution through senses. They go on, make senses execute without understanding what you are executing is not the decisions made by your intelligence. It is the perverted decisions you are executing. Third, important truth, knower of the whole, spiritual seekers case, you need to have highest samana with spiritual intelligence. The samana energy is not sufficient enough. Only that you lack. Add that part, the samana component. The spiritual intelligence which you receive will become permanent. It will stay in your system eternally. As I say that living enlightenment, living with higher intelligence will become lifestyle in you. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 097422033311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.